Well then, another Christmas, another smorgasbord of gifts laying on my bed. Which I just changed, by the way, so that's one effort to go in all wasted. Anyway, this is the stuff that I got for Christmas 2015, and it seems a little less than last year. You can probably compare the two. You'll find it one here and one there, so you can compare between the two so you know which one's bigger and which one's not. Anyway, most of this is just food, and most of this is just games. But we'll get to the games later on, so let's leave that over there. But I want to focus on the small necessities that I got for Christmas. Not a big haul, but, you know, keeps me coming by though. And as you can see, my 3DS is on because I'm leaving it to charge because I got a new game for it, which you can probably tell by the music. But if you can't tell by the music, then I'll leave it as a surprise for you later on in the video. So, let's get to it, shall we? First, mouthwash. Yeah, what a surprising gift to leave on your first go. It's for when, like, if I got, like, food stuck in my mouth somewhere. We just had Christmas dinner, so, like, maybe mouthwash isn't too bad of an idea, though. Along with that is, they call it a body puff. So that's what I need. But along with a body puff is a butt scratcher. Or a back brush. Oh, it's a back washer. Well, I'm close. Wilco's very close with that. Anyway, these are like sock. I'm gonna try and find the other sock. To put on my feet when it gets cold outside. So these are very handy when my foot gets really numb or cold, so I'll use that. And most of it is just chocolates. See Santa here, white beard and everything. He's wearing a white beard, that is actually cultural depression. Nah, never mind, but he's Santa, what are you gonna go wrong with that? You got wine gums here. That's very neat, tasty, because I always like wine gums. Terry's orange, everyone loves Terry's orange. These are the mini toffee crunches. So, I'm gonna try here, okay? But the one that really struck me the most was the Mowums. So I have one bag full of Mowums. Let's see. Okay, so this is a really big jar here. Most of it's full of Mowums, right? And you see inside here, you got some Haribos, you got some Chewits here. Pretty much a pick and mix smorgasbord. But I already given my brothers another big giant smorgasbord full of pick and mixes. 10 quid each. And you fill it up to the very top for 10 quid. So that's really, really big for 10 pick and mixes. Can't believe nobody was looking at me in the aisle because I was the only one there just grabbing up pick and mixes for the big boxes and put them in the jars and stuff that we bought separately and stuff. But anyway, enough of that side story. So, funny story. This is for my car, right? Because I drive to volunteering now, and now I drive a car now, you know. Pretty simple. But my dad also has a car wash sponge, which is kind of a humorous one. The back scourer, right, it's called arse, and the other side is called face, right? But this is also a car wash sponge. Which I can use probably on the inside or the outside. And I think my brother also has a car wash sponge, so here we have to clean the car as well. So we have three separate sponges we can use to clean the car though. Anyway, Frutella, spooky family because, you know, it's Christmas. And Halloween was like so last century, so this is a new Christmas. Very spooky indeed, Frankenstein. Great. And when they have no room for the Mowums over there, they put it in a separate package, so these are the extras that they forgot they can't squeeze into that jar over there. So they put it outside of the separate present and stuff. So that's pretty much it. But what surprised me, you got 1, 2, 3, and 4 After 8 boxes. I am never going to finish these. My stomach is going to implode. So I'm a bit worried about my stomach here for the moment because my granddad is like really relying on giving me just After 8. He gives me After 8s like every Christmas, so I don't worry about that. But what I do worry about is these melts. The lovely Fulton Melts caramel that the shop just closed around our shopping centre. Fulton's isn't there anymore, but the only thing we have survived in Wilco's is Melts caramel. So that's a lovely bit of dose of chocolate there. But along with Mini Toffee Crunch, Terry's Orange, we got the natural flavour. You could probably pick it up at Lidl's, Tesco's, or any other shop that has these. Oh, this one bit. Where do I put it? There we go. And also, oh, there's so many Mowums. It's like a Where's Waldo kind of thing. There's a roulette for Haribo. Surprisingly, I still like Haribo. But this one's a Russian roulette kind of thing. I mean, if you picked up the wrong roulette stuff, you have to knife yourself on the hand and stuff. Nah, I'm just kidding. There's nothing wrong with that. But the really interesting thing is that I got a little box of utterly gruesome trivia. How gruesome is it, you may ask? Well, let's show you how gruesome this is. Around 120 corpses are said to lie frozen on the slopes of Mount Everest. Tell that to Lara Croft and smoke it. Next, we have games. Penguin Peril. Just think of the penguins, man. Happy Feet told us about penguins enough. Anyway, 3+. This is an interesting kind of thing that I just got, so I thought, oh, I might as well try this because we were playing Monopoly downstairs, and you know, family-friendly game, and hard to understand rules because it was like the old version of Monopoly, apparently. So here's the instructions on this one. Each player takes a turn to spin the wheel. Whichever color the arrow lands on the player must break. The person who makes the penguin fall for the ice loses the game. That sounds kind of fun, I think. So this is the first one. Use the blocks to build the ice panel. Install 4 pillars. Put the penguin in the center. And just beat the living shit out of the ice. That's pretty much it. These are the other instructions. I want to try this out tomorrow. But there's also another thing that I'm going to try out tomorrow. After this penguin peril game. I want to try this out. And we just go, and when it gets too old, we can always dump it in some game closet or something. But that's not important. Let's go to this drum. Now, I originally thought this was going to be a tabla, right? Because it has one head, right? And you can play with your fingers and stuff. And there's sort of sounds you can do with it on the tabla. But this is actually called a duka. A duka. It's hard to pronounce, but you know, I'm not very ethnic. This comes from Nepal. Ryan got it, my brother got it all the way from Nepal, so that's pretty clever of him to do that. But it has one side, a strap up here, and the other side, which you can tell it has a big head. So if you compare both sides, small and big head. So no cup head here. So I've got to kind of find this kind of interesting when I do a couple of workshops around here. So that'd be pretty cool. Let's go to the ukulele. So this is a new ukulele case that I got. It wasn't wrapped up. My dad and I decided to go to a ukulele shop and just get a brand new ukulele because, you know, I'm starting to learn how to play ukulele now. So they got this nice Carla ukulele here, which hopefully I can get out with my one hand and stuff. Here's the baby. So as you can tell, rich kind of wood here, and you can tell Carla is the brand that I used. This cost me around 129 quid. Not too bad of a make. I play with the plectrums because I'm not really good at strumming the ukulele, so you can blame me for that one. But, so it's pretty cool. Really cool instrument. Let's put that on the side now. Okay, now, the games. So, Simon has completely freaked me out with the games here, as you can tell, along with this huge monster. Ta-da! The PS4. Also with a Child of David Drake collection. This kind of really freaked me out when I first opened the presents, as you can tell by this clip. Oh my god! Holy shit! Oh my god! That's been my camera. I called it! Oh, so Johnny! I told you. Oh my god! And you got me paper jam as well! Oh my god! Yeah, that was kind of big. But anyway, let's move on to the games. We got Mario Tennis Ultra Smash on the Wii U. Which is funny, because I don't really play the Wii U anymore because, you know, I think it's not a fair system with many games on it, but maybe this game convinced me otherwise. So, I think it's kind of bad. And here we have the top 10 worst games of 2015. Usually number 9 and 8, as far as I looked. The Order 1886, which I am kind of cool to try because of the graphics alone. I've seen gameplay of it, it does look a bit, But oh well, if other people think it's the worst game of all time, let's try this out when the PS4 actually is unveiled tomorrow after this Penguin game. And holy shit, I got Xenoblade Chronicles X, because I just had Xenoblade Chronicles 3D for my 3DS. So that's really cool to have this right in the center of my eyes. And I really want to play this so badly. But the trouble is, I've kind of find what games I want to start with. Because now I have Until Dawn, when your choices actually matter in the game. Which, based on heavy rain choices, you can actually choose who survives or who dies. So that's really cool. And then we have Drive Club, which honestly, I don't really give a shit about, but if it's here, might as well try it. And Mario and Luigi Paper Jam Bros, which I am now 3 hours into the game, as you can tell by the title screen. You know, it's developed by Alpha Dream though, so let me show you how far I am into the game right now. I'm at least 3 hours and 30 minutes into the game, so that's always cool. So now I got this game added to my collection along with Gravity Falls, Spirit Rhythm. I'm going to try and see if I can get Final Fantasy Explorers on my birthday, so, you know, that's a big stretch. So all these games could go next to here. But this is what I'm really excited about. Now I got a PS4 and everything is going to be hunky-dory for me because I can play all the Uncharted games and wait until a slight delay from Naughty Dog themselves to come out in April because they want to tweak a couple of bugs and make sure the story is perfect and encapsulates the whole Uncharted series so they can move on to another franchise and diss them as well until the next franchise they make and diss as well. Because that's what Naughty Dog always does, right? And this is the card that he put on there because he saw one of my videos, so he wrote down to Philip, I know for a fact that you freaked out at that Bayonetta Smash reveal 10 days ago, so please don't go ballistic about this present, because I know you will. And yes, like I said, you saw the clip. You kind of got what I was really like when I first got a PS4, so that's really cool. So it's got everything you could ever imagine. PlayStation Plus, DualShock, PES 2015, wait what? PlayStation app, and you can put Spotify on there, which, good plus for me. And it's 500 gig as well, because 1 terabyte is like really too expensive and stuff. Oh well, at least I got a PS4 though. Like I said, I want to try this out tomorrow, install the games that I have here. It's funny because I only have like 3 games for, actually 4 games for the PS4, and I gave my brother an Xbox One, along with Ori, Rare Replay, and Sunset Overdrive, which he has to install all of them onto his Xbox One until he can play it. So, you know, that's a bit of a downer because most of the day he's been installing, updating, putting games on, installing them into the hard drive, and, you know, because Wi-Fi is kind of shit, we had to deal with what we got though, so. Probably the same thing for the PS4 though, which I'm really, really excited to try out. That's it. That's pretty much what I have, and if you managed to go to the end of this video or skip your way through, well, I don't know what to say. Have a wonderful Christmas, guys, and hope you got a PS4 and Xbox One for Christmas. And freak out about Phantom Squad taking down Xbox Live and PSN Store. By the way, did they actually do that? Or are they just pulling like a threatening publicity stunt to just scare all of us like Lizard Squad did last year when my PS Vita just went down on the PC at PSN Store? Nah, we don't need that. I got my 3DS, and that's all I ever want. Oh yeah, Monopoly as well, but meh. It's a family game. It just touches the feels, man. I get to roleplay as a transgender bisexual. Now, if that isn't Monopoly, then I don't know what is. By the way, don't question what I just said.